My year consists of 4 execution cycles, each consisting of 12 weeks. One challenge I always keep for each execution cycle is saving 1 day a week. At the heart of saving a day are fantastic apps. Today, I'm going to be talking about 6 of them that eliminate less important tasks for me to regain that day. With 4 execution cycles in a year, I benefit from the compound effect that each 12-week cycle brings me. You can get to know more about this 12-week execution cycle by reading Brian Moran's book, The 12-Week Year, and by using my 12-week year system for Notion. Links are in the description below. For every app, I will cover the challenge I had before, how the app eliminated that particular challenge, and the time I actually saved. I've been extremely conservative with my time estimates, and you may actually end up saving much more. Being in a flow state is a truly beautiful thing because your work is easy, effortless, and the quality is just great till distraction comes along and takes away 10 to 15 minutes to get restarted again. With 2 interruptions a day, that's 20 minutes lost, and in a week that accounts for more than 2 hours. Hazeover is a fantastic distraction dimmer, and that gets you to focus on just what's in front of your window, keeping all the background windows like emails, tweets, and chat messages faded out. And you can control the background contrast, and you can set it to turn on right from when you boot up, so you don't have to constantly minimize or close other windows. And by simply clicking on the desktop, the mode is temporarily disabled for you to get to other windows. It has customizations for multiple displays and light and dark modes. So every week I save about 2 hours from these distractions. IDC's Information Worker Survey says that workers spend around 5 hours per week searching for documents. If you add to that the time it takes to rename the file, date stamp it, and file it in the actual folder, that's about 30 seconds each time you do it. I'm constantly working with new images, presentations, Word document, video files, screen grabs, proposals, and much more. Hazel helps me regain the 7 hours every week and probably is one of my strongest recommendations. A quick time and motion study on myself revealed that I touch at least 30 files a day. That accounts for losing more than 2 hours each week. Hazel watches over whatever folder I tell it to do, constantly looking for files that meet the rules that I create. Creating rules is pretty easy by choosing it from a drop-down. Once it matches the rule, it will automatically do the things like rename the file, add a date, move the file to the right destination, and keep it ready for me when I need it. Since it's constantly running in the background, using minimum resources, you have an automated workflow. It will even run Apple scripts if you so desire. A messy desktop of Windows is pretty frustrating and can slow you down if you're constantly juggling between different apps and documents. Even if you just take 1 second to find an alternate window, not having to search can save you that second. Multiply that by a few thousand times every week, and that adds up to 30 minutes every week. TV enables you to create different set window patterns with keyboard shortcuts. You can define the height and the width with varying number of cells, and you could also add shortcuts to window management. So it's actually Magnet. That's another app on steroids. This app is extremely flexible and customizable, and you could tile your windows in practically hundreds of ways. Just like apps could cause distractions, so can people. So when you're interrupted for an urgent activity that needs to get delivered today, just don't drop what you're currently doing. Your ability to pick things up and execute them in time will boost your credibility amongst your peers and seniors. Just Timer is just for those little reminders during the day, and you can set those up right in your calendar by simply dragging the icon on your menu bar. The more you drag it, the further away it goes from the current time. It also logs itself right into your calendar so that you're current on it all the time. With just one interruption a day, you could lose 10 minutes getting back on track, and that is an hour a week. Keyboard shortcuts are intended to save you enormous amounts of time, making you efficient and healthier by avoiding injuries. That's RSI for short. Since there are too many, you simply can't remember all of them, and you end up taking the longer route of the time. Very conservatively, I would put the time lost at say 30 minutes each week. And this is where cheat sheet comes in pretty handy. By keeping the command key pressed, you can quickly see the shortcut and execute on it without having to actually remember it actively. I have often got to extract text from images or digital documents. Since they do not represent copyable text, I often take the long route out, and sometimes the quantity of text I have to extract is quite big. Text Sniper is my favorite go-to at this point, and it's a great text recognition tool, and oh boy, is it fast. That text could be inside of videos, inside of PDFs, courses, screencasts, presentations, web pages, photos, etc., and is one of the most loved apps for YouTubers. For this one, I'm putting in a conservative 15 minutes of time as the time saved per week. So the total time saved is 675 minutes or 11 hours. Even if I discount my calculations by 30%, you will end up getting up to 8 hours of net savings per week. That's one day. If you're not yet part of this community, do consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay notified of new videos. If you liked this video, consider sharing it with your friends. Stay safe, stay healthy, peace.